Welcome to the Brothers Workshop. I'm Dave, and today we're going to be showing you guys how we repaired a nightstand from Restoration Hardware. And after that, we're going to go ahead and bring you guys a review of the product. We're going to give you guys that basis on how they built it. We're going to show you how that, you're going to obviously see that during the repair process. It's going to give you a better idea of if you think this is a piece that's worth the money. So this is a video for anybody that's out there looking to buy from them or needs to learn how to repair furniture. Stay tuned. To give you a good baseline of the project, what we're showing you here is the nightstand after its repair. We went over to the Restoration Hardware website, navigated through their nightstands collection, and about midway down we found what we were looking for. This nightstand, known as the Empire Rosette 24-inch closed nightstand, retails for roughly $895, but with a member discount of $671. As you can see, what we have is the antiqued coffee finish, and they note that this piece is crafted of solid hardwood. Further down the details list, it's noted that this piece is created with mortise and tenon joinery, as well as English dovetailed drawers. At this point, I believe that is all the information that needs to be conveyed for you to understand how this piece is constructed and how they want you to understand how it is constructed. Initially, it was not my intent to create a video for this project, so we pick up here just after I've patched and repaired all of the damaged wood and sanded it down smooth. Shown here is one of the undamaged furniture bolt connections, followed by one of the repaired furniture bolt connections. Here you can see what is 3 different types of wood. The base is mostly formed by a composite framed by some type of hardwood, and you can see the intersection of the pine shim that I placed in there. You can also note that the furniture bolt had to be put back into the piece as it had also been torn directly out. This was done by double threading nuts on the bottom end of the leg, threading the furniture bolt in, and tightening it down. Because much of the veneer on the rear of the piece was damaged, we decided to peel off all of it and replace it with a pre-manufactured adhesive-backed veneer strip. This was a great product to work with. All we really needed to do was heat up an iron, make sure that it was laid flat, and because of the heat of the iron, it melted the glue and pushed that smooth. In this instance, we chose to use an oak veneer which had a very similar grain pattern with the rest of the wood used in the nightstand. When it came time to stain the bottom of the nightstand, I went with both a Minwax and a Varathane product, mixing between layers to achieve the exact coloration that we wanted. This isn't always advisable, but it worked out in this instance. For the Minwax product, we used an espresso, and for the Varathane, briar smoke. Once the stain had been allowed to dry overnight, we came back with another min-wax product, this time a paste finishing wax, applied a layer of that, and achieved an aesthetic and a texture very similar to the factory applied finish on the rest of the nightstand. And with that, the final step in the process of restoring this piece was to screw in the legs. And there you have it, the nightstand finally restored and back to being just as good as new.
And there you have it. Hope you guys liked the video. It was definitely a learning experience for myself. I had never worked on any furniture of this particular brand before. Just so happens a friend of mine owned it, was trying to move themselves, tripped over the curb and body slammed it basically. I won't let him live that down. But yeah, he body slammed it and sent those legs and shards flying everywhere. Very lucky that the structure of the piece was still together. We could definitely repair that and take any nicks or bumps or anything out of it. Most of it was on the bottom, like you guys saw, so that was an easy fix. And we were very lucky that the finish was antiqued initially, so that was a really easy fix. And it didn't take too much to match that up. Now, that being said, this wasn't a video sponsored by any of Restoration Hardware's competitors, like I said, or of them in general. This was just happened to be my buddy's piece of furniture. I felt that as I was fixing this is something that we probably should have brought to light. There's no need to be charging $600, $700, $800 for a piece of furniture that is pressboard and pine. Yeah, you have a little bit of actual woodworking and joinery and stuff. It's in the drawers. It's where it's visible. The rest of the piece is made of pressboard. Why are you advertising it as solid wood? It's not. You have a solid wood veneer on the back that I peeled off where the rest of it was broken and I had to replace it. It's just not, in my mind, worth it. With that being said, they do have some unique pieces that you just can't find anywhere else. And if you feel like a leather couch of a certain size or a bookshelf of a certain kind of dimension is something that you are willing to part with a little bit more to achieve, to bring your house or your space together, by all means. But that is an individual choice. If I'm going to break this down and be very objective about the construction and the quality and everything like that, then no, I don't think it's worth it. I think you can find the same thing at another store for a lot less and probably a better quality. If you're going to spend that much, you should be having someone, a real craftsman, going to do something for you that is custom or unique or of actual hardwood. But hey, I'm just glad I got to bring this out to you guys. I'm glad I got the experience to work on this piece. It's no dig on Restoration Hardware. I do like some of their stuff. But that being said, if you guys like the content, you like the quality, feel free to give the video a like, a thumbs up. And if you want to see more stuff like this, we're coming out with content all the time. So feel free to hit subscribe and leave comments in the comment section. We want to start that dialogue. You know, if you guys have questions or you have something that you want to see us work on, we'll be more than willing to kind of create content geared around that. Any feedback definitely helps us to better the channel. And at that, we'll see you in the next video.